YouTube fans, here again. And as we're going back to the 80s marathon, why not this one? Tool, that's right. Toll, I should say. The movie's called Toll. And it's the Buccaneer at Fencer film. It's funny enough came out the same year as Return of the Jedi, which I remember reviewing. 1983 being the 80s action marathon. And I remember reviewing this one before. It's an adventure film, and you get like the music is epic. Now remember when I did the review of Star Trek 2, Wrath of Time? I swear that Joule copied the same music. I would not be surprised if the same people that did the music to Joule, because it does have to similar the same opening, a little bit different in music and in tone, but similar music. I'm not doing the rest because I'll kill it. But it does have the same type of theme to Start at the Wrath of Time and Start at the Search for Spot. And it starts off, you got these prince and he's going to marry this beautiful princess. My only downbeat of this though is that it's only one little nitpick. It's the actress who played the princess, very beautiful actress in that era. She had this beautiful soft voice in real life, and I'm only saying real life because I'm going to get to it in a minute. In real life, she had the most beautiful, softest voice going. But, and I'll say it again, but they dubbed her voice with this woman who had the most rosiest voice going. Why the hell did they dub her voice? I have no idea. Now you have a lot of good Buccaneer actors. You've got Robin McTain, you've got a lot of other well-known faces. You've got the actor who played Tucker Takins in Chains Hill, and he also played Mark in EastEnders, make an appearance, a very long version of him, a long lad of that era. And you've got them all. So he's about to marry this beautiful princess. These things go to Tainsins, come out, attack him, kill his dad, who's a king, that's the prince, kill everybody, and they adopt the princess. Then you've got this wise old man, done a bit like, somebody says it's a Star Wars spin-off. So he's got this idea he's like a Ron Kenobi type of character, and basically changes him up. You know what this reminds me of? We want to know something? Toll kicks the living shit out of this film. I know there's probably a lot of Lord of the Rings fans out there that want to beat me up for saying that, but you know what? My opinion, Toll kicks the shit out of this movie. This movie, to me, was too long, 2 hours long, whatever the sequels there were, 2 hours long. It was a snooze fest, too much CGI, didn't give a shit about the bad there, even though it was played by a good actor, being Christopher Lee, may rest, but didn't give a shit about the character. For I get love letters, I love Christopher Lee. 2 hours long, it was a snooze fest, and I fell asleep. Jewel, on the other hand, I never got bored of it, and it was better than Lord of the Rings. All of them, kicks the shit out of them. So, like I say, he meets this wise old man, he changes him, and I love the bit where he gets his thing, it's like a fistbit, and he folds it, he puts his hand in fire, good effect for that era, folds it. I just wish, however, they use a lot more where he folds the fistbit, and he kills all the monsters. You've got these other people called the Changeling, what they can change the face and change the personality. But I love the bit where he kills the Changelings. You have this horrible steaming noise, which I swear there was used the effect in American Werewolf in London, because there's a similar sound effect in that. If you remember the scene where David Tester has that nightmare and his family gets killed by him, same sound effects. And they also use a little bit of that sound effect, the same there, in Time Bandits. So I was wondering whether they use the sound effect for this. But I love it. They go in the sand when they get killed, they melt, they die, and so on. So like I say, get my words right, he meets a lot of buccaneers on the way, a lot of adventurers to find the princess, the beautiful princess. And I kind of love that. You've got the beast itself, and he talks, so he can change his form. You've got the idea he loves the princess, but he's a fucking beast, he's a monster. But I do remember when they was filming this, being told, they went on these horses. They went to a special horse farm. And there's a making, back in the day sort of making, where they meet the people, right, I'm not making this up, and they was trained to go on these special horses called the Anchors. They was a lot bigger than an everyday horse. and they had to train them and so on. It was a special farm, beautiful horses, really are beautiful. And they're riding on these horses, both have magical powers, so we get it's fancy. And they're flying along, and I love the bit where they go in this castle, and you've got saps here and there. They kill one of our main characters, not the main character, but one of the characters, which is pretty sad. A lot of other ones died. Or you got Cyclops, who's sadly no longer with us, one another well-known actor, died with one eye on his head, who self-sacrifices himself to save the others, which is quite sad. And you got, like I say, most of them die, trying to save this beautiful princess. But he gets to the princess, falls to Fisper. It's basically in this bit though. In this bit, I've got to be honest, because it makes that Fisping pointless, because he falls it, doesn't do that shit. Monster comes back up, he has these magical powers, same as the princess. They fall fire on it, melt it, destroy it, so on. Then they get out, right? They get out. You get a monologue coming up, happy ending, the end. But I like Krull. Like I say, I like it. See, they already did Lord of the Rings. This to me was a snooze fest. Krull was it. The characters, I felt they should have done a bit more with the characters, you know what I mean? They was just there. But they never done what they could do. You got one guy you could change. I think another actor is sadly no longer with us. But he could change into a lion, he could change into whatever. There's one bit where he started using his magic powers to turn them, and he accidentally turns himself into a geese, which is pretty funny. And I do remember there was a making back in the day. Back in the day, 1983, there was a making, which is pretty dud. You know, you get to see the original making. And it's kind of the same that the actor that played the main character in this never appeared in anything else. He never appeared in anything else. And it's a damn shame. Because for a Fencer type of character, you know, I mean, I felt he pulled it off. You know, right, he wasn't an Arna, wasn't Sylvester Stallone, but he wasn't supposed to be that type of character. You know what I mean? He was like a Buccaneer Prince, sort of a warrior type, so wasn't. And I do know back in the day we had comic books to market the film. They had comic books. But sadly to say, in 1983, the film wasn't successful. It became a flop. And it's kind of the same, because I like Krull. Krull, I keep repeating, kicks the shit out of this. And so if there's Lord of the Ring fans out there, shoot me, my opinion. But it kicks the shit out of this. I've got to be open, got to be honest. Because this was a Buccaneer Adventure film. It wasn't being an hour and a half long that I could fall asleep watching it. It didn't bore me like this film did. It kept me engaged, big word, but it kept me engaged. And like I say, there was a comic book, the film flopped, but happy to say over the years, it became a cult following, became a cult classic. There's a date bit in it where one of the wizards gets killed, there's a wizard in it, and the changeling's about to attack, and it gets speared. I love the bit when it goes in the sand, again it makes a horrible noise. I love that. And I just like I say, I love it. It's a Buccaneer Fencer film. And it's just the same in my eyes. They don't make films like that anymore. They do not make films like this. This film, in my eyes, had a lot more imagination. Had a lot more going for it. That is Krull from 1983. Into then, be smart, be safe. And if you don't see me for a few weeks, I'm the working Joe. But hopefully when you do, I'll be back for some more movies. More movie reviews. Into then, see you later.